hope this is not a glitchy stream. So I'm going to wait for you guys to come into the live stream because on my end it looks a little glitchy. But for now, welcome to my channel where, why does everything red look, oh, this is not red, this is orange. Why does it look faded? Today I want to talk to you about the benefits of eating liver. And I'm talking about eating liver because my client this morning was having a mental friggin' breakdown when I told her she had to do it. And then I convinced her. And there's definitely ways that you can consume your liver without having any problems. So as you guys are getting into the chat, don't forget to say hello. Now, if you decide to do, basically, welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and I like to talk about things that will improve your health and in these trying times so we can be warriors to fight against the, you have to be strong. I think that's a big problem with the world today is that if they plan on making us weak by eating a bunch of processed packaged food with lead and junk in it, and the water having fluoride and things of this nature, if you want to improve your health, you're going to have to take it upon yourself to do things like eat liver. That's what I want to talk about today. What's up, Nana? Now, I've spoken about liver before. Somebody asked me to do a video and talk about how to make it, and it's sometimes I think you guys literally overcomplicate things. It's not that hard. If you are willing, yes, chicken and lamb liver will suffice. If you are willing, my people, to evolve and open your mind and actually improve your health for the first time instead of just talking about it. What's up, Shelby? Get on the livers. So let's go into it. Now, I started eating liver way after the trend of it. So maybe people started like trending liver earlier in my keto days, right? Because y'all know I've been around for 16 freaking years doing keto. But somewhere along that journey of doing a ketogenic diet, people started talking about liver, and I avoided it because I listened to everybody else, right? I was like, I haven't eaten it before, but everybody was saying it tasted so disgusted that I literally didn't eat it. And I think some of the huge, massive mistakes that I made in the beginning was not cleaning up my keto diet, right? Because my journey has been mainly keto and a little smidgen of time carnivore. So in the beginning, I was eating like the wrong kinds of fats and I wasn't doing any organ meat. So I didn't understand minerals, right? The absolute importance of your minerals. I'm glad that you enjoy it, Wendy. So I kind of want to go over trying to get people to not be afraid of it. Like I said, my journey was like, it's going to taste bad, so I'm going to avoid it. By the way, let me know if I'm glitchy at all, because it looks a little stuttery on my end, and I cannot stand that. But in the beginning, I avoided it. The first day I remember, I'll never forget, I went to Ralph's in California, and I bought some chicken liver, and I tasted it, and I was like, ugh. I was like, wait, I know this taste. I've tasted this. Like, it's so bizarre that when you're a child, like, once it's in you, like, it didn't, like, that memory of, like, the taste was still in me. So I called my mom and I said, did we ever eat chicken liver as a kid? She's like, oh, yeah. I have zero, and I mean zero memory of this. So by the time I went and tried the beef liver, because it's just a little bit more nutrient dense and you're going to get a lot more liver out of a cow than a chicken. So when I finally tried beef liver, it tasted even better. So I'm going to go into it. I have some right here. Yes. When I tried the beef liver, it was like, I don't explain, like, I can't explain the taste of it. My first reintroduction to that chicken liver that one day, it didn't taste bad. It just tasted familiar. And so I I wanted to try beef liver right after that, and I did, and I was like, this is actually good. I had absolutely zero attraction to go back to the chicken liver. It was like once I tried the beef liver, that was it. And within maybe 2 more tries of eating the beef liver, I became addicted to it. Like, I'm not even kidding. From the day that I tasted my first chicken liver and then switched to beef, I've never missed any stint of time without having liver on my diet. I just have to have it. If I don't have it, it feels incomplete. So when you actually start doing the research on the gnats are getting in here, I swear I'm not crazy. I'm not like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. When you break down the nutritional benefits and then you actually start thinking about like how it's changed my body, y'all want to know why? Part of the reason why, as I keep doing videos as I get older, I look younger. I'm not even kidding. I'm not. Even myself, sometimes I will look in the mirror and I'll be like, what the frack is going on? Like, I don't understand, right? And you can see that I'm aging when I'm really stressing out my body. Like when I moved from California to Texas, and then Texas to Tennessee with horses and big ass animals, you could literally see, if you go back to that video catalog, you can see that my face and everything is more distressed. But when you're in a good, like, lower cortisol mode, which I am right now, which is fantastic, and I am in my consistent regimen of eating liver, you can see the age on my face, right? When I get really close up to the camera. And you guys, if I like 4 videos a day ago, I did a live stream on like, look at me before and after, and I look so much older when I was like years younger. It's bizarre that when you start to take health into your hands, right? It's impactful. So I'm on my phone. I have a friend in Scotland. Poor guy, I beat the crap out of him on a voice message. He said he's been trying to get off bad food, and he said, I don't want to walk around eating weird foods like fat or like organ meats when I'm out with my friends. Like, what am I supposed to do? Carry a thing of lard around or like eat liver? And I'm like, I got so mad when I heard it. And it's like in the morning, and I was like rushing. So then I became very cranky, and I literally just blasted his ass. I just called him every demeaning word under the sun. Now we talk every day, me and my Scottish friend, so he knows. And I prefaced it with a lot of, don't take me personally, put your seatbelt on. Stephanie's going to give her opinion, but he is only 34 and he eats garbage, and I've been really working hard to try to improve his health. So when people have this excusing attitude of why they're not doing what they're supposed to do, like get off the coffee or don't drink the alcohol or get off the sweets or to go to bed early, it's like I feel like I'm talking to like a 6th grader with a lot of people that I have to convince and strong arm and twist adults' arms on how to treat their bodies better. It behooves me. I don't understand. In a time like now, we cannot flock around with this vesicle, because you know who they are, they, them, those people out there don't want you to be frisky and svet this. They don't want you to be hälsosamt. That means healthy in Swedish. And so if I can go and start breaking down my experience and other people's experiences with clients eating liver and some of the benefits, it might get you off of your fear, right? Your first world economy, lazy, self-entitled thinking that prevents you from progressing forward into bettering your health. I had a woman in one of my comments today when I'm doing these videos and warning, and I'm just so passionate, because it's kind of a cheesy word, but I'm really into what I'm saying, she says, oh, you're coming across as arrogant. And I go, I don't care. Someone has to emotionally be like, this is wrong, to allow our bodies to fall apart and to get like heavy metals in our food and plastics and, you know, estrogenic plastics and preservatives and glyphosate and okay. So liver, before I start reading a bit more, I'm going to just explain my experience with it. After the first 6 months of liver, and I was doing the reading things, you know, when you get, I'm 55, right? Now I'm going to be 56 soon. Freaking bizarre. But I would start to squint when trying to read things. It's gross. Like, I'm so Peter Pan, like, I'm not going to age, to where my ego is like, excuse me? Oh no, that don't happen to me. But it was. 6 months after me consuming the liver, my losing of my 20/20 vision and becoming nearsighted, and not losing my, not nearsighted, farsighted, and losing my nearsightedness, and reading like that, I was like, it's on. Oh, I don't care if this tastes like donkey's ass. My people, I'm gonna eat that liver. I don't care. Stephanie don't care. And that's what happens when you go from Los Angeles to the country. Okay, I don't want to choke on camera. But after a year, I corrected my 20/20 again. Amazing. Amaze balls. That's the reason why. If I read something, you're not going. You're not seeing me do this kind of crap. Okay? Tastes like chocolate to me. I know. I know you guys are like, oh my god. I don't know why. I don't know why, it just does. Somebody asked beef liver, chicken liver, both. But beef liver is going to be a little bit more packed because we're dealing with a bigger animal, pound for pound. Okay. I feel it's like it might be between my teeth. So the vitamin A in liver is like off the chain amazing. In carrots, it's made of keratin. You can't take the keratin type of vitamin A in a carrot and convert it into retinol, which is what this stuff is right here. Okay? And have it to be viable. The body is very crappy at converting keratin into retinol. Why would we need to eat carrots when we got liver like right there? There's no conversion. It's in its form of retinol. Boom. So if you take some polar bears, vitamin A is so good for the sight, and they need vitamin A, right? Their livers are so packed with vitamin A because of the ability to see so well and not be blinded by the snow. That's the only animal we cannot eat because it's so packed with liver. Too much. That's when you can get the vitaminosis from vitamin A, like toxicity. So can you develop vitamin A toxicity from eating beef liver? Mostly no, sometimes yes. And let me explain how. Another thing that people like to do is put retinol on their skin because it's really amazing. So from time to time, I started using retinol to help get rid of my melasma. Amazeballs. But not only do you not want to get rid of your melasma by putting things topically on the skin, you actually have to work on the inside. and you can recover from melasma like I did, but it takes a lot of work. So if I'm putting retinol on my skin and I'm eating copious amounts of liver, you can start to get too much of a liver exposure. But just eating the liver itself, you're going to deal with like protein, amino acids, all kind of stuff in that liver before you're getting to the high levels of the vitamin A, which would be toxic to you if you were not absorbing it. For example, some people have leaky gut so bad they're not absorbing their vitamin A, or sometimes they're doing a multivitamin that has the keratin in it and they're eating liver, and then that's toxic. So typically it is not toxic if you're eating liver like I just did. Now, it's got, what I love about liver also is got selenium in it. So many of you are having thyroid issues, and the thyroid issues are, I feel like it's like Slovid, rhymes with Slovid. Like it's just spreading everywhere. Like everybody's developing thyroid issues. And that's a whole nother video. And I've done like 5 videos on the thyroid, and I'll go back to it. But a lot of you are not in your daily days, or if you, those people are doing carnivore, are not getting selenium because they're not getting enough selenium because they're eating muscle meats and they're not eating organ meats like liver. And they're not getting enough zinc and copper balances. So again, this is the reason why I don't like multivitamins, because it's going to be having these synthetic vitamins in, which right there is toxic. Not 100%, but there's definitely toxicity in these multivitamins, and often they can crystallize in your small intestine, and you're not absorbing a lot of these nutrients, micronutrients. And I'm going to get you guys' comments and questions in a second and then be gone, because I got to go feed my animals, my animales, and I got to go and ride my horse. How's that for an LA bitch? So, did I say queen? Yeah, I said queen. The vitamin A, the liver is so packed with things that we are devoid of in our regular standard American diet. When you get to like a keto or carnivore, people like really start to deconstruct a lot of the foods they used to eat and start to eat too many mono foods, and literally thyroid starts tanking a lot. Testosterone stops tanking because a lot of you guys may not get enough choline, for example. Now you're going to get these things in your meat, but you're not going to get it like you do in the organ meats. This is the issue with just doing a bunch of muscle meats. And I think another problem, the main problem to me really is not the A, it's the iron in liver, which I did a video a couple years ago where you could like literally soak it or rinse it and try to get all the blood out to get some of the iron out. And then people are like, why would you do that? It's like the best part. I'm like, did you not hear me say in the video, for people who can't stand the iron taste? But I don't do that. Like people are looking, they're reaching. Not some people, excuse me, some people are. And so the nutritional deficiencies that people have, even like on a carnivore diet, they're not getting everything that they need to either be in ketosis or give them their body enough micronutrients, because they're eating too much ground beef and ribeyes and crap like this. And that's not crap. It becomes crap when it's too much. So the liver amounts can depend on a person. Please go find out if you are not absorbing your vitamins and minerals, right, before eating liver. If you don't have a problem with too high A levels or iron levels, you can have 2 ounces a day without even blinking. 2. Some people go up to 4. But if you just want to use this, because to me I wouldn't eat that much, not because I'm afraid of it, but because it's hard to get that grass-fed liver like in the amounts that I want to eat it in. So I use my liver as a multivitamin. So it's going to have vitamin D, it's going to have vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin K. It doesn't have a lot of cholesterol in it because it's more lean than fatty. But it does have some omega-3s, the EPA and DHA in it, balanced, right, with your omega-3s. Not a lot, but a little bit. It's got vitamin C in it. Isn't that weird? It's got vitamin C, so you don't have to worry about developing things like rickets or vitamin C deficiencies, because you're getting especially if you're deciding to do a carnivore diet where you're not eating any plants, vitamin C. So yeah, somebody asked about the iron. It's like, yeah, iron is incredibly important for those women who like bleed too much on their cycle or they're not absorbing it very well. You can get your hemoglobin numbers back up typically when you're eating very bloody, lightly sauteed liver. Another thing I want to say to y'all is that first of all, I munch on this stuff almost like it's candy. I'm not even lying, right? So I cut mine into little pieces like that, and I just throw it in the mouth. I've already eaten enough, to be honest. Throw it in the mouth and munch on it. I might do about an ounce before I go to the gym, right? Just a couple tablespoons, and that could be like a pre-workout. Which I suggest that you guys have it with a lot of fat, like a tablespoon or two when you're eating a snack with liver, for example. But for those who have a problem with liver because they're just mental, I'm sorry. You know, they're not like realizing that we're in the apocalyptic era now. Like we got to get strong. We got to get strong for what's coming. The world that's coming, you guys, like so many people, like it's, you don't even understand. The big crash is on its way. You guys know I did a video talking about Mr. Thrill Bates, rhymes with, how he's got a new company where they can make your produce last 3 months on the shelf. So they coming for us. And anybody who does not wake up, God help save your ass. I'm gonna be good. If we're supposed to go down to under a billion people when it comes to like on the planet, I'm gonna be in that one. I'm gonna be illin' because I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it's so gross and it's so inconvenient to make my food and I don't have any choices. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. I'm gonna be funky fresh, living my life to my last breath. Now, if you have a hard time in the beginning, one way to trick the brain, literally, is a client. She's like, I will not, I will not, I will never eat liver. I won't, da 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 da. And I was like, are you ready to be quiet now? I didn't say that, but I was like, I was joking around with her. You ready to like zip it? I said, just give me a chance. And I said, do frozen liver pills. And she's like, what's that? And I'm like, you cut it into really tiny pieces. You lightly cook it. You cut it into, take some scissors, cut it into really tiny pieces. Put it on a baking sheet and put it in your freezer and let it get rock hard. Then you take it out and you take about a tablespoon worth or a teaspoon worth at a time. And you down it back of the throat with water. Good to go. If you have a gag reflex, you take a toothbrush, okay? Girlfriend knows. Your girl's been doing this shit for a long time, okay? You take a toothbrush and you put it in the back of your tongue and you brush the back of your tongue pretty far back. This numbs the gag reflex. It takes like 2-3 weeks. You don't like put it back there like de-throat. You put it back there and you brush, right? And you get that tongue gag thing. You numb it. And that's how you can really start tolerating foods that you didn't like before. You know, as long as your tongue's not savoring it. But for some reason, using a toothbrush to brush the back of your tongue will stop that gag reflex. It takes a little time. Ain't gonna happen overnight, my people. So that is another hack for those who are just like, I don't want to mix it with ground beef. I don't want to make pate out of it. These are other ways that can make it palatable for those who are like super, super first world, take life for granted, batching about liver. Sorry for the one person who's just like triggered when I'm being a boss bee. It is what a mother sucking is. My ass is I'm on my way to 60. I do not have time. The world's going to freaking crackpot. on a side of freaking toilet paper. And I know, Stephanie. Yeah. And we don't have time for little, Karens in my chat. Okay, you a Karen, go find somebody else who's gonna be sweet and lovely and tell you what you want to hear and take all your money. That ain't gonna be me. Now, okay, it's so funny how people try to change you in when you're online. It's really funny. I was like, I'm not Selena Gomez. Okay, I'm not some young woman being freaking like blasted, trying to grow up in front of a camera. Now, that's where people are like, oh my God, she's digressing. She's going all over the place. She doesn't work for herself. She works for us, and she has to change who she is fundamentally to make the general population or masses happy. Now, yes, so vitamin E is also quite high, and a really good amount of vitamin E is in liver, and that is why I also believe that my skin has thanked me in my old age of almost 60 years old, child. Ooh, child, I'm almost 60. Yes, yes. That vitamin E, though. That vitamin E, yo. I'm telling y'all, people. That vitamin E, that's what's up, literally. Sometimes I'll put a little vitamin E on my skin as well. But vitamin E is very high in liver, and so is vitamin A. And these are the two. And then that zinc copper balance is just divine, right? The zinc copper balance, and this is what's really important, right? The zinc copper balance in that not only helps seal the gut wall, which is massive, which helps to fight that histamine you're going through, but y'all women who are going through menopause, it gives you the freaking muscles. Right? I'm going through the menopause right now. First time, 55 going on 56. And you know what? My gains, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Right? Sex drive's still there. But to get to that level of homeostasis, it's a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, hold up. Dun, 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 dun. I need to cook some food. I need to pre-prep. I have to get enough sleep. I need to drink enough water. I cannot do a stream without a glass of water. I feel like something's missing. I feel like I'm going to lose my marbles. Us women over 50. That's right. Shala. 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 Okay. Let me see if I missed anything. Yes. Also, the vitamin E is also good for women for going through the menopause. That's right. Not just for the skin. It's also good because it helps with your cells, the strengthening of cells, vitamin E. And we know that aging is cellular. The action potentials in cells begins to die off. So it helps to preserve these action potentials and keep the telomeres on the end of your DNA. And this is what vitamin E does in high amounts that we're not going to get in those plants. Okay? Vegans? So, let's see here. By the way, somebody, because I also took more notes, I'd remember everything. And people want to know the difference between the different livers. If I use between chicken and beef, for example, that beef liver is higher in vitamin A, iron, zinc, whereas chicken is higher in B12 and folate. So eat both. They both have the same nutrients. It's just that one has more than the other. What are your thoughts on tuna fish? Toxins from the sea? Lean meat? I mean, it's going to have your iodine in it and stuff, but let me see. So the choline that's in the liver, that's helping with the building of the building cell membranes. Yes, and a lot of bodybuilders are into choline for the ability to build muscle with choline. It helps to metabolize your fat in your liver. Let me see. I mean, like people got a fatty liver, a thick liver, so it helps with the liver support. Let's get down to it. Trying to see if there's anything else I missed. I think I hit all of the main points about how amazing liver is until I get back to you guys. It's got a good. It's got CoQ10 in it, which is quite amazing. So iron, copper, zinc, selenium, phosphorus, potassium. The potassium is it's got potassium in it. It just doesn't have enough potassium for what we need, as we lose a lot of potassium on a keto and carnivore diet. Choline, carnitine, and CoQ10. I think that's why bodybuilders use it for all muscle building and testosterone building. Plus, zinc also helps with the production of testosterone. Let's see, muscle function helps with the metabolism. Oh yeah, so choline helps to prevent the accumulation of fat in the liver. That's, yeah, I already said that. Gotcha. Okay. So you guys, you can get liver from fish, you can get it from chickens, you can get it from pigs, you can get it from lamb, you can get it from beef, you can get it from, don't you be getting it from horses. Okay, so like I said, guys, I eat liver every day, and we're adults, so it's time. When I first started posting about liver years ago on like my Facebook page, which is Stephanie the Business Person, my Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. People have this freak out, or even when I do videos here, no thunder liver, I know. People are like, oh no, I'll never eat that. I'm like, y'all people, you're taking the L. Y'all are, I'm always behooved. Oh, and K2. Lord have mercy, did I forget the K2? Let's go into K2. Vitamin D, E, A, and K, especially K2, and B12, and B6, and B9, all the Bs. So this K2, see, K2 has bone health, heart health, dental health, brain health, cancer preventative, and it also helps your arteries from building up from plaque, from calcium. K2 does a lot of stuff. Yeah, on clotting factors for those who bleed very easily, who bruise very easily, K2 as well. So, oh yeah, there's one more little note that I want to mention. For people who think that you're getting, because toxins have to be filtered through the liver, they're not staying in the liver. Toxins lodge themselves in your fat cells. So if you fat, you're just being toxified constantly. So if you're eating like beef liver, you're not getting any toxins. So chill, my people. Let me see. K2 plays a crucial role in blood clotting along with K1, the K dependent clotting factor, including prothrombin factor. And X requires vitamin K2 and K1 to be activated. With adequate levels of K2 and K1, blood clotting may be without adequate in your diet can be impaired, which means that you're going to bruise a lot. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what y'all got to say. Anybody who don't want to watch me on the answers, some people ask like really interesting questions, so let's see what people have to say. So Paula says she eats 4 ounces a few times a week. I mean, literally 3 times a week is good. I do it every day or every other day. Rabbit liver. Missed that one. Right now people are just talking about how they're cooking it. Like, you know, you cook it in, that's another thing. You can cook it in, sometimes it'll turn green because of the iron. So don't be afraid if it turned green. I remember the first time I cooked the beef liver, it was all green. And I went back to the butcher and I said, the liver, I bought a bunch of it. And I was like, I'm going to give you back this liver because it's green. So I want you to give me other, like, fresh liver. And so the idiot did. And then I was like, maybe just do a Google search to see if that's normal. And it was. I was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I took the liver back. So I saute mine in butter. I don't rinse it in water. You can if you don't like the iron taste. Some people will like try to soak it in milk, but we're trying to do keto here. We're trying to get into ketosis. The carbs, that sugar in that milk ain't coming. Now, you could like maybe soak it in cream or soak it in butter. That'll take down the green color. Yeah. So I just saute. I don't need to put onions in it or nothing. I just saute it with butter on the pan. And this is what you get. This is what it looks like when you do that. And I just take scissors and I cut it up. And they're like little candy treats for me. I'm not even lying. It's my favorite meat, is liver. No, it doesn't have a strong acquired taste. It's just, for me, the way, like, because I see the benefits of my skin, my testosterone, my eyesight, and there's this weird association with, if you are feeling better, then the food subconsciously to consciously but just tastes better. I mean, if you don't, what would you rather do? Eat some liver and stay young, or just get a bunch of plastic surgery and get a bunch of scar tissue damage and just frack you up and make you look like a plastic person? You know? And I don't mean a Stephanie person. Lexi says, you do not sound arrogant. You know what you're talking about, and you know what your experiences have been. That's confidence. Thank you. And anyone can appreciate that. That's such a sweet thing, by the way. Thank you so much for saying that. It's not easy being on this. I mean, there are times I'm like, what am I doing on this internet thing? Like, ugh. Like, I need to be outside with my animals right now. But I also have the ability to work remotely, learn so much for myself, and teach so many people. And it's fun. That part of it is really fun. So thank you. Are you getting to eat what's in the glass container? How much is it? Is in it? I'm not eating this whole thing. This is like over days, my people. There was 2 pounds in there, but I started munching down on it today. You're 5'3", 154 pounds. How many grams of protein and liver each day? Paula, it is not that simple. It's not about your weight and your height. It's like, do you lift? Do you have muscles? You know, how old are you? I can't just tell you your protein number based on, like, do you have low stomach acid? Do you have any issues with your liver? I mean, your kidneys? But if you're 5'3", I would say the ranges would be between 50 and about 65 grams of protein. I don't know if that helps. Just join. My blood is very anemic. Okay, I read that. Yeah, I heard liver is good. It's amazing. In fact, you can just literally eat the blood, drink the blood, heat it up, and drink it. Yes, Stephanie, 1 to 2 ounces a day is good. Can you just keep cooked liver in the fridge? Yeah, don't keep, I mean, if you have it in there too long, it's going to get all like bacteria on it and give you a histamine reaction to those who've got histamine issues. Love it. Liver is truly superfood. Stephanie is so determined to live healthy. I am, Mr. UJAX. It should say un. You guys know, you've seen some of my rant videos where I'm just popping off, and I moved to a lot of people who have followed me over time know this story, know this journey I've gone through to leave Hollywood, California to escape it like it's some kind of camp, right? I wanted to escape it before the doors got shut. I literally was like, what if I can't get my horse? He's 13, he's 13 and something 100 pounds. He ain't a light horse. He's a big boy. I was like, how am I going to get him out? I need to get out now before I can't. That's how worried I was when the world was flipping, when we were in the lockups. Yeah. So where did you learn that technique for gagging? I don't know, honey child. I learned that long time ago. I've been coaching thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years. So I do have a lot of experience with people. I don't know, you just pick stuff up. I pick stuff up through my clients all day, every day. Or maybe even in a live stream. It's sweeter than when it's half frozen. Or do I have 4 ounces in what? It's sweeter when it's half frozen. That doesn't sound appealing to me, but I think that's great. I don't want to eat half frozen. I want to eat it. Let's see. Stephanie says 55 and fly. Thank you, honey. She says, listen to this woman. Let's see, you're 58. Yeah, this whole, like, people, a lot of women who are older want me to do a, like, menopause thing, but I really want to do menopause and menopause, right? It's not women, men go through this crap too. Your husbands with that little belly going on, who are like, can't sit in front of the TV and just freaking do this when they get home. That's high estrogen. That's some menopause. When that ding-a-ling don't work no more, it's not just us. They go through it too. They just don't tell you. Liver tablets are not as good, Corey, so you have to, like, adult up and put on your, like, pull up your panties and be stronger. I am not going to baby you people. I am not the channel where I'm going to be all like, we're all friends. We're all friends, and we're all inclusive, and we're all equal, and we're all fair. I don't live in that world. That's why I left California. Nutrient density said, hola, ¿qué tal? How do you repair broken metabolism from restrictive calories? Stephanie, that's like all my videos. It's diaphragmatic breathing, it's a circadian rhythm, it's putting your feet in the dirt, it's eating clean food and getting away from chemicals, and it's a lot. It's my whole video catalog. Nutrient densities have been a long time since you've seen me live. Yeah, I agree. Yes, we get K2 from liver. Got melasma and menopause, dang. Child, you can get rid of it. Oh, my melasma was bad too. It was bad. I mean, it was bad. It was so bad. For those who don't know what melasma is, it's hyperpigmentation, like dark spots on your face. It looks like extremely bad skin damage. So here I would have like nice skin, but then I would have this hyperpigmentation where it looked like, like I was a person of European descent skin baking in the sun for 20 years. It was awful. It was just literally not good. If somebody said, can you cook a lot? This is what I do. Often I'll cook a lot and put it in the freezer and then unthaw it, and then I'll eat it. No, it's normal. It's the iron. That's all. It's just the minerals. It turns a little green when you cook it. Yeah, that's normal. Okay, I eat a bit of raw liver every day. It's been incredibly good. Awesome. Awesome. Even better. But you know what's better? Is if you kind of hunt your own deer and then eat the liver raw like that because you know where it's coming from. Although I heard that Mr. Bates puts some concoction in the elk up north. Like, we cannot win these days. Does anybody ever feel like they're living in the matrix? The matrix? Does anybody think they're living in the matrix? I'm trying to beat the algorithm so they don't hear what I'm saying. I say that in my consultations. They're like, why do you talk weird sometimes? I'm like, because they listen in. Where have you been? Are you under a rock? They tag every word you say. And they're like, somebody's sitting there listening to everybody. No. They have electronic, like, already programmed things. Ain't nobody got to listen. You just say these words so many times and poof, you get lower in the algorithm. Thank you, Shala. Food is medicine. Hard to learn that way. Yes. They're hard to learn the hard way. Oh yeah, nutrient density said like up the stream. Yeah, I forget to say that. You guys, I don't check to see who is liking the stream. You do it by clicking in the chat and then popping out, and nobody will know it's you. Nobody's gonna see, nobody's gonna notice, nobody cares. But it helps people find my channel and bring me into the algorithm. So for those who have not liked up the stream, it would be awesome if you did, because I wouldn't even know that you liked up the stream if you did. CrossFit 58, no muscle health. No muscle healthy? What does that mean? I'm not a real huge fan of CrossFit because it just blows out your hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, and thyroid axis. It's really hard on the body. I think it's great, but I'm not in love with it. I stopped eating beef liver and switched to chicken liver as it has more folate. If you need more folate, yes. And I said that earlier as well. See, my ferritin is high and red blood cells are low. Weird. I have no idea why your ferritin levels are high. So that would be like a consultation would be good for that. By the way, my consultation, oh, I need to open it tonight. I keep on saying it's open, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do it. And then I forget, I get too busy working on the challenge, guys. So get ready for this challenge. I'm going to teach you about all 3 diets because I am so tired of just people being dogmatic to one diet, like just keto or just carnivore, or, you know, so I've got low carbs, starch based, ketogenic diet, like, and then carnivore diet challenge where I'm going to teach you everything that I've learned over these last 16 years and 8,000 clients. It's going to be cool. What to eat after colonoscopy? I don't, healthy food that your body likes. I mean, ain't nothing special, my girl, unless you feel sore up in there. I have glucose spikes and heart palps reaction to beef. Oh, that's histamine. Is there any way to titrate that to overcome it? Yeah, by rotating the meats, doing small amounts. Go check where you got source that bison liver. Make sure that thing, you know, wasn't slaughtered 3 months before you actually consumed it. So, you know, you might want to try a different type of liver where you know it's more fresh. Like, I live so near, like, the butcher I go to, like, the farm animals are, like, right there where the butcher shop is. So you're just like, there's the food, and there it's been processed. They process it right there, and then you go inside. Like it would be like in the 30s. You just go into the butcher, and it's pretty cool. Hey, Stephanie, I'm 3 months on carnivore diet. I still have problems with histamine issues, symptoms. I told you, y'all think that fasting and carnivore fixes everything. It don't. It does not. Histamine issues, symptoms, itchy skin, and brain fog. Can you give me tips on how to get rid of this? What are the best meats for that? Okay, so you are reacting. This is where Yester 11337, it would be good for a consultation because I can actually talk to you. I mean, I'm going to make bold guesses here, and they're going to sound weak. If you're brain fogged out, then you probably are eating high protein and low fat. That's a guess. Sounds like the itchy skin could be candida die-off, but most likely histamine, or it could be a candida die-off / and histamine at the same time. And I don't know, because I don't know what you're eating. I don't know where the food's coming from. I don't know your age. I don't know shite. Uh, I have no gallbladder, got to remove it when I was young and thinking of starting a keto journey. Your thoughts? My thoughts are either you'll be fine when you eat high fat, or you won't. If you're not fine, it's because your body does not, the liver does not know where to put the salts, right? Once the gallbladder is gone. Oops, you said you had no gallbladder. Yeah. Um, so you have a series of plumbing, and the body will find a new place to actually put the salt somewhere else so it can still work almost the same. And some people are like, I can eat tons of fat with no gallbladder and feel fantastic. In fact, some people feel better without a gallbladder when they had the gallbladder disease or stones or infection. But at the end of the day, nobody should ever get rid of their gallbladder. All these doctors scheduling gallbladder removal surgeries are just making cash. That's all. So some people actually are infected and they have to have it removed, like an emergency surgery. But most people, yeah. And so you can do things like taurine, right? That'll help the flow of it through the biliary duct system a little bit better. Lemon water and ox bile salts. Maybe you might have low stomach acid. You might need betaine HCl. You might need lipase. I don't know. But those are some examples. Or TUDCA, which is a synthetic mimicker of bear bile. I'm in menopause at 54, and the raw liver has been nourishing me so much. I'm telling y'all, women who are going through menopause, you are nutrient and you're losing key minerals for this whole menopause thing, right? You don't have to lose your sex drive. Like the woman today was like, she's like, no sex drive, dry vagina. I'm sorry. I mean, we all grown-ups here. That's what happens. Like dry vagina, no sex drive, and of course atrophied muscles. And I'm just like, well, she's doing a lot of fasting. I was like, you're just burning through whatever your adrenals are trying to support yourself post-menopause. You're burning through your adrenals, so you're just double compacting the issues from going through menopause. If folks are buying those chicken livers, the bright green that looks like pepper is the bile sac. Throw that away. That is true. Let's see. I'm like thinking this person's right. It is, and I said it was iron, and this is where you've got to correct yourself. You're right. Sometimes the bile sac will have bile in it, which is green. You are so right. Thank you so much. Sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're wrong. That was really good. The green color is not the bile sac. It's not the sac, but it's a fluid produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. Hold on one sec, guys. It's a natural part of the body's digestive process. However, some compounds in the bile can be toxic in certain circumstances. For example, bile acids can be toxic to the cells if they build up in the liver, which can occur. Hold on a second. Okay, it says, yes, when you eat liver, you may notice a greenish tint. I said it was iron. It's actually bile. The greenish tint is caused by bile, which is fluid produced in the liver stored in the gallbladder. It's not harmful to eat liver that has the greenish color. It's a natural part of the body's liver. So you don't have to throw it away if it's green. I've always eaten it green. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So glad you're awake and waking up others. Deborah, honey, I'm trying. They are seriously, Deborah, like the big crash is coming, right? Ain't nobody talking about it. I'm sitting here trying to prepare everything. I'm trying to put a deposit down on my house bill before the prices skyrocket. I'm trying to do everything. And nobody else is. I got one other friend, right? I got one friend in Cali. He just sold his house. He got lucky. He got asking price for it. He went and he bought a camper like me. He's very influenced, except his camper is like way cooler. And he already bought land in Texas and he's moving there. And so we talk all the time about, money and if you should take your money out of the bank. And, he's invested in gold, but I want to invest in my property and in real estate. That's what I want to invest in. See, general safety, eat liver moderation, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see here. Luxurious living with Jenny. That's a cool name. Thank you. It's a barbell club, healthy, but I have low muscle and high amount of fat. Paula, that's a whole nother conversation about getting your hormones in balance, right? It's like everything just can't be expressed in a video. Awesome, Stephanie. I'm glad you're excited about the challenge. You deserve a bomb mate besides Thunder. Aw, thank you. One day, I really thought about it. It's like whatever mate that I have will be worth the wait. So I'd rather be single than to just, so many of my friends over time have been serial daters and I can't do it. It's like, I just couldn't do it. You have to be with somebody who is your best friend and that you can be yourself around. And that's really hard these days because I'm blunt, to the point blunt. Feel like nobody can hear the truth. They put the head down, they start looking around, they start sweating, they start getting anxious. They just can't handle a real conversation anymore about anything. Like, you always have to keep conversation so damn light. And like, I remember I was in California and I went to like a Hollywood party. It was so like a dinner party. Oh my God. So we're all sitting there. And it was like, they were talking about traffic in LA. They were just talking about the dumbest stuff I've ever. I was bored. And me and my friend were like, let's shake it up. Let's start a conversation about something that's scary. But, which I don't remember because it was years ago. But people in a group literally like to talk about nothing for hours and then giggle about stupid stuff. It's crazy. I don't know. I get my raw beef liver from a local grass-fed farm. Raw is easier to eat. Give it a try. Oh, I have. I've eaten raw liver. It's just that, anybody who is eating raw food needs to know where their meat is coming from. I sear mine. I don't eat it raw. And I don't want to eat it raw. So that's how I'm going to do it. Let's see. Is chicken liver... now, if I had to for health benefits, I'd be all day slathering that. I would rub it on my face. But I don't have to, so I'm good. I've been on Carnivore for 8 weeks to clear up my scalp psoriasis, and it worked. However, I became impacted because your electrolytes are off. And I'm impacted last week. I'm eating 5 egg yolks, chicken liver, and sardines daily. You're not eating enough fat. And you're not minding your magnesium, potassium, and the water intake. Simple solution. The chicken liver has more folate in it and B12, and beef liver has everything else, like the zinc, copper, selenium, vitamin C. Do you think carnivore is the best diet? No. I think that ketogenic diet is the best diet because you're going to get more potassium, you're going to get the fiber so you can make diamine oxidase and N-methyltransferase to deal with histamine. Mr. BK. Yes, queen. Okay, what big crash? Come on now, people. This. You know what that symbol of? Money, money, money. Money. I don't know. What do you mean, what crash? Everything. Housing. Food. Gas. Jobs. We're cooked. We are fried. I'm not talking about catfish fried on the pan, honey. living in the South. No, we are going to be flocked. Yes? Come either July or September. Get ready for the new year. You're welcome. Okay. Yes, okay to eat the green tinged liver. Yes, 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 yes. What do you think about fat fasting? I think it's ridiculous. Why would anybody fat fast? Why would you do that? I mean, you're not going to get the amino acids that you need. If you have a gallbladder problem, you're definitely going to get infected. And like, no. You don't need to fast. You don't need to dry fast, wet fast, 24-hour fast, 7-day fast, 48-hour fast, intermittent fast. You just have to eat. You fast while you sleep, my people. Break the fast and take care of the hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, and thyroid axis. Don't fast. Don't jack up your blood sugar anymore and start getting old because your body starts burning through skin to feed the fledgling brain. Deborah's like, so many blinded. I know. You're debt free and ready. Me too, girlfriend. Come on, let's do the double pound. Boom. I got no debt. I got an amazing credit score. Not that it matters because I ain't buying anything on credit again anyway. In them days, you ain't owning my black ass. No, sir. So it's just corrected as the gallbladder of the chicken. No, you good. You straight. I read that eating too much liver like every day will lead to vitamin A. That's a lie. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But you came later in the game. Earlier, I was explaining if you're doing retinol or these multivitamins not retinol, keratin. If you're doing skin retinol, if you're doing keratin, if you've had what is it for acne? Accutane, then you have to be careful for how much liver. Like if you just went through rounds of Accutane, otherwise you're good, you're straight. Then you're not gonna have no iron toxicity because you're eating zinc and copper together, which makes it a balance, which there's no toxicity. Now, if you take them copper supplements, that's the problem. And whoever said whatever, best way to push DAO production. Get your stress down, get your stomach acids going back in, eat some thymus, some kidney, some intestine, eat fresh foods, don't crash. And I mean the world's economy. Thank you so much for your content. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ashley Collins. Actually, sometimes it's just because you got to make fun of life. I mean, I can't be serious. I mean, I do get serious, but I have to make fun out of life or else you just want to break down and cry. Like every single thing that I've learned about the banking system, about food quality, about medications and pharmacological interventions, about school systems and, things that are just like a sword stuck in your shoulder as a child, the schedule, like all of these things. I'm like, oh my goodness. We have been bamboozled and fulleried and flucked with forever. And we didn't know it. And it's like, I was like watching this thing today about how in the 80s, everything was booming. Like there were so many yuppies and people were saying, oh, they were just getting us set up to like, after that, right? Because you have to have industry boom up so you can just demolish it. Things were good in the 80s. Y'all remember the 80s? Not like today. Somebody sent me on Instagram this video of these kids and they were going to predict the year 2000. Or was it 2020? Or 2000? I think it was 2000. And the stuff that they were saying was spot on. And they were intelligent. And they were like 12, 13. Kids today are dumb as a box of rocks. I'm sorry. Facts. Facts. One of the cops, he heard about me. I don't know. I'm trying to stay covert in this town. I'm trying to have nobody know where I am. I don't even tell where I am on the internet. His daughter developed anorexia. And he's like, I need help. And I was like, okay, tell me a little bit background about your daughter so I understand what's going on. And I tried to explain to him. He's like, I'm so upset with myself because I didn't even notice how thin she got. And I was like, he's like, he was beating himself up going like, what did I do? And I said, look, kids today are heavily influenced, and it's by design. So, just don't beat yourself up for it. But from now on, you got to watch over here. You got to watch over your children because they are too influenced by like things that are not good. 80s good old days, right, Shala? Dude, those were them good old days. Yes, the 80s, gas, cheap, alcohol. I remember when gas was under $1, yo. I remember I was like in high school, it was like 86 cents. My mom's like, oh my God, the gas prices are so high. Like 86 cents a freaking gallon. And y'all know that me being in high school felt like 10 years ago. Yes, yep. So, what's so funny, you guys? As soon as I talk about life, people just jump off the stream. Like as if you just should go on and just talk about like macros and this and that, like nothing else. Doesn't anybody want to talk about anything else but this stuff? If you guys haven't checked out my video, you have to go to, because they have like normal video uploads and then they have lives. Sometimes YouTube started splitting them up, so people who only look at my uploaded videos don't know that I go live and vice versa. So if you go to my upload videos that I edited and put together a lifestyle video, it was so fun. It felt so freeing to not talk about all this crap. I'm not even gonna lie. It felt like felt so nice. Just I need a break from it sometimes. Yeah, supplement DAO, vitamin C, and copper, like this kind of stuff. Yes, sir. I love you, and I love this, but this the stuff that gets hard sometimes. I supplement DAO. They're not as good as thymus and kidney, and copper for DAO production. I am on the right way. Which kind of meat is the best for it? The title of this title of this video: kidney, liver, organ meats. Well, it's not actually liver. It's actually thymus, kidney, and intestine. Chitlins. Love talking about real life. Thank you, Wendy. It's so nice when some people like to just sort of digress. People on the replay absolutely hate when I digress. I'm trying to make my channel go into more directions because I used to be a pro skater. I'm going to go to a skate park and skate. There are people who want to learn about equine animals, and some people are like, I think I want to get a donkey. And I'm like, they're freaking boss. Let's talk about your fur babies. So if you guys, and I'll summarize this, I've been a rebel my whole life. When people say walk to an angle, I'll walk straight. Let's put it in that because I ain't doing the left-right thing. I don't like doing what everybody says. So again, this woman today had in the consultation, she started crying because she was so afraid in the last 3 years of the whole sclerosis, rhymes with, petrified. I said, tell me you're not that way anymore. She said, no. And I said, stop looking at TV and your devices and allowing fear to paralyze your brain and develop cognitive dissonance. That you have to, do you have to do things in life that are so awkward and uncomfortable to become to evolve as we get older? I think a big part of the reason why I've stayed so young is because I keep reinventing myself. I'm not going to just like live in the same neighborhood, have the same friends, do the same fracking routine. F that. When I was young, when I was 19, I left and I went off and toured as a pro skater around the world, and then ended up traveling like to remote places of the world. Very naive, didn't know any better. Like I went to Africa for a couple months in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is before the freaking internet. Like dangerous situations, but it gave me so much. Yes, stress raises your histamine in a nanosecond. Period. It's one of the main causes to lose diamine oxidase, which is DAO. But these African trips, like I really want to do like a Steph story time. And maybe start bringing out some of the pictures from my travels, because the stories I have are insane, like insane. But because I'm such a tough chick, that I put myself in a lot of dangerous situations a lot. I mean, a lot. And, you know, you gotta like smarts your way out of it. I used to work as a photographer, and I remember I was in New York, and I didn't care. I would just photograph anything and everything. I was obsessed. And where are some of my photos? They're somewhere else. I'm gonna bring out some of my photography one day. And I took a picture of a homeless guy ripping up boxes. He lifted his head up, and he saw me do it, and he runs over to me, and he lifts his fist to punch me. We're talking like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, homeless dude about to punch my ass. I was like, girl, you best think quick. I was like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And when I looked at you, I saw God's light on you. You're just the most amazing thing. It was a moment in time, and I had to capture it because you're so beautiful. And he went, really? Really? I go, yes. I just saw the most beautiful thing, and I saw God in you. And you were the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And he drops his fist, and he says, do you want a picture of me? But the pictures I took when he knew I was taking it with them of him were useless. It was when he didn't see me taking it. And that is how I stopped myself being clocked by a man in New York City in my 20s, my early 20s. So, you know, I think that when you, like for me to do keto, like my Scottish friend, I wish I could play the message. I'm going to ask him if I could play that message. But he was like, but it's like, and then I'm going to eat lard my whole life because he doesn't do well on butter. And I was like, dude, you sound like a friggin' like beta, weak ass mother sucker. You need to man up. They want us weak, right? And confused and scared. So when they start freaking plucking us off one by one like a chicken, it'll be easy. But for those who are strong, like this super, I love being in a freaking mostly white freaking hillbilly ass town in Tennessee. It is hilarious. Here my black ass international girl who's traveled everywhere, who can speak different languages and all this crap. And I'm like in this hillbilly town. And this big ass dude, like 6'5", he's like, don't come to my front door. I'll come to, you know, he's like doing all this. I'm laughing my head off. They think I'm a freaking alien here. They love me here. They love me. I mean, like, my accountant's like, never go to like one of these towns near the mountains of Tennessee, because like they're gonna like tar and feather you and hang you by a tree. See, hey Steph, got here late, gonna start watching it from the start. Yeah, I was talking about liver. I kind of like exacerbated, sorry, can I speak English? I said everything that I could say about liver, and then I was like, okay, we're done, let's talk about life. You know, I thought of everything that I could say, and I just think that everybody doing carnivore should do it, because without it, you're having issues, right? You're not gonna heal, you're gonna lose your DAO production, and a lot of you guys are eating mono foods. And you just have to be careful if you have any issues with not being able to get rid of iron. Keto is my life now, and forever mental health is everything. Weight is a side effect. Yeah. Like, we are junktified, okay? We have been exposed to so many, like when I look up at the sky and I see the mud streaks and they crisscrossing like this, I'm like, luckily where I'm at, they're not directly over me, but north of town they are. You know that stuff, the wind blows and they're going to be right over my own head. Our bodies have taken us modern humans. We're not like hunter-gatherers. We are literally toxic. Our flesh is toxic. Our fat is toxic. We are freaking toxic. We can't poop. Our liver, we're toxic. Our food is toxic. Our air is toxic. Our water is toxic. Everything toxic. What was it? Today I was watching, I mean, sometimes he says good things. what's this face from Bulletproof, Dave Ashbury. He was explaining, I was like, okay, this is really good information. He was explaining how, because of glyphosate being sprayed on our produce, it floats in the air and the heavy metals and stuff, and it gets on our earthworms. And our earthworms, what they do is, to be more specific, our earthworms, where are we? Okay, earthworms, they help promote healthy vegetables that have more minerals in them. They do aeration, soil aeration. Earthworms burrow through the soil, creating channels that allow air and water to penetrate deeper into the soil. So this helps improve the soil structure. So when you're trying to grow plants, it does a thing called nutrient cycling. Earthworms consume organic materials such as dead plants, materials, and animal waste, and break it down to smaller particles, thus releasing back into the soil, making the soil more viable for plant absorption. It helps balance the pH levels. Earthworms help to balance pH soil, excreting calcium carbonate, which acts as a natural buffer. This can help to prevent soil from becoming too acidic and alkaline, which everybody's like doing this alkaline water. Please don't ever drink alkaline water. And soil fertility. Earthworms help to increase the soil fertility by adding organic matter to the soil. This organic matter provides nutrients and acts as a natural fertilizer for the plants. And now the earthworms are having seizures, and they're not as plentiful in the soil as in other parts. Like, I'm really lucky here. I could pick up like something, an old piece of wood or a rock, and there's 10 of them under there. But if you, and my soil here is not dry like sand. They don't do well in sand. So yeah, there's that. But you guys, I'm doing an hour and 16 minutes. Thank you everyone for joining this chat. Carnivore caused my hair loss. No, carnivore didn't have. You are fasting or eating a lot of protein, enough fat. Okay, first of all, fasting, carnivore does not make you lose hair. It is the fact that your fats are too low and you're not in ketosis. And so people are eating gobs of protein, and protein is a horrible sense of energy. And since your body's in an energy crisis, your T3 drops, or the conversion between T4 and T3. And then, carnivore causes loss of hair if you are fasting or eating lots of, or you're stating that. Got you. You're not asking. My bad. Yes. So if you're fasting and you are not eating too much protein and on the fat, yes, it can make your, lose your hair and aggravate your thyroid. Is 150 grams of fat per day okay? No. If you're a 160 pound man, I'd say about 230 grams of fat. My dude, you should almost double, like add another 100 grams or 90 or 80 grams can reverse baldness with this diet. No. If you have the normal hair, it depends on how advanced you are in your male pattern baldness. But some guys are able to catch it a little early if you're in your 20s, and they'll use like the needles, is it micro needling, and they'll like get new activation of the follicle. Like if you want like a simple way, you take the little roller with little needles on it, you roll it on your scalp. Also castor oil, and getting that into it. Also keeping your blood sugar down, because high blood sugar kills hair follicles. Dihydrotestosterone plus some other type of androgenic effects, hormonal effects, kill men's. And also xenoestrogens in our water, or in our plastics and cleaners and products and deodorants, and high blood sugar. These are things that kill hair follicles in men and women. So I don't know how far advanced you are, but just the diet alone will not do that. It's like 20 other things you have to do on top of like a high. And I think that a ketogenic diet, where you involve a little bit of plants or a little bit of like avocado if you can, is much better than strict carnivore, because with strict carnivore you're losing DAO. A lot of people are eating mono foods. They're not getting enough potassium, so it's problematic to be super strict carnivore. Even if they, people can't, some people are like, stop calling out gurus. But even if they tell you that they doing strict carnivore and they perfect, Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Somebody ain't telling you the whole story. Oh, it's so funny because I ruin people's brands. Could Carnivore help with alopecia? No, keto. Change, go back to keto. Yes, if you're a female and you're going through, what's it called? Roliota alopecia. So I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, I just made up the word. I know it rhymes with. Um, if yes. So a lot of people are having autoimmune attack to the hair follicles that it's not typical male pattern baldness. Areata or alopecia areata, something like that, where like you see women who are like literally have no eyebrows, no head, like, and they keep eating foods and keep gutting their immune system and not knowing how to detox their liver. Yeah, a lot of people are having severe reactions to their environment, and then they just go through the alopecia areata. Is that how you say it? They go through that, and that I believe, it's not a fact, but in my belief, yes, I do believe that you could fix that type of alopecia, balding. Stephanie, if you were in the city, what water do you recommend? Distilled with some Celtic sea salt put inside? That's what I think. That's why I spent enormous amounts to put in a well and to put in a massive filtration system where the carbon filter doesn't have to be changed out for 5 years, because it's this massive thing, because I wanted to be sure in the world, in our ever-changing world in my future, that I would always have fresh water. Unless a train falls off the track. Yes. Man and have Hashimoto, hair falling out from alopecia. You have Hashimoto's? Oh, there's that type of alopecia. Yeah, you can fix that easily, but it's a lot of work. I would suggest you book a consultation. What can itchy skin in the liver area mean? I don't know. What do you mean itchy skin in the liver area? You got a lot of organs over there. You got your gallbladder, part of your stomach. I don't know why you got itchy skin there. I mean, it could be histamine. It could be candida. So itchy skin is either like histamine, candida, or, there's like a severe autoimmune problem, maybe lupus. I don't know. But I don't think lupus itches you there. I don't know. I don't know. But the sun is out, and I think I'm going to go ride my horse, my people. My land is, for those who don't know, I bought 10 acres, and I had one horse, then got another one, then got a donkey, and then I got another donkey. I was like running around with 3 animals. I'm like, it feels so lopsided. It was bugging me every day to see 3. So I got 4. And if I thought Lulu was pregnant, she wasn't. But now my pony's nut sack is completely dropped. They're big old huge tomato dangalangs. And she's looking thick now. So now I actually think she is pregnant. Then I'll have 5. And if I buy the 10 acres next to me, then I'll have 6, because I must have 2 big horses. Why so many guys on Reddit see more improvements on carnivore than keto? Wait, why so many guys on Reddit see more improvements? They're lying. I'm sorry, yesterday. People lie. We live in, our world is destroyed. People's perception of reality is so bent. People will tell you that friggin' like Snickers bars are good for you. That's how bad our world is. Cognitive dissonance. People want to believe what they want to believe. Think about the fasting craze, right? Think about when people did keto 10 years ago. They're like, oh my God, it's the best, or 5 years, 6 years ago. It's the best thing ever. Nobody even talks about it anymore because their body all crashed. Just give it time. Do, 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 do. Then the body tanks. So all these people on Reddit, they're full of freaking hot air. Sorry. They took one of my videos, I don't know, 10 years ago, and they put it up on Reddit, and they were like, this woman's a piece of shite. She's a liar. She's stupid. Because I said, no cheese, no nuts, no caffeine. Years ago. Now, because of carnivore, nobody questions me anymore. Not a single person says you should not drink coffee, drink cheese, eat nuts. Nobody says that. Yeah? Now, today, Stephanie was right. Years later. So then people on Reddit, my honey child, give it time. Give it time. These people lie because they want to believe, right? They want to sit and fast, and I lost all this weight. My thyroid's underactive. I dropped my testosterone. My skin's creping. I got dark circles under my eyes, but I lost 60 pounds. So not fabulous. So not. Nutrient density is like, yeah, just give it time. Most carnivores will crash. They do. Or they're just not telling you that they are. The thing that sucks? I know so much about a lot of them that I can't tell you. If I told you, I would start World War III. Okay? So I just keep my mouth shut. Like, remember, nobody knew that Dr. Berg is a Scientologist. Right? Nobody knows that nobody then, but his son came out and said he's a Scientologist. And he gives all his money, he makes all this money and gives it to Scientology. Right? And then his son came out and said that the staff member, he treats the staff members bad, whatever. He was really nice to me, so I'll leave it there. But there are things about the other ones that I know that if I said something, it would destroy them. It would destroy their career online as carnivore people. It would destroy them. So I keep my mouth shut. And I feather touch that things are not what you think that they are. I feather touch it. I don't go off and I'm not going to start a war. It's like BK was doing roasting videos of me and everyone's like, debate him. I'm like, why would I waste my time to be debating this? No, ma'am. No. I'll always have a little love for him. But besides that, like trying to debate online, for what? He pause my video. Look what she's saying. She's wrong. I'm a professional. Okay? I don't have an antidote. I don't have something that will a solution to her being wrong. Here's how it really is. But let's just say she's wrong and pause my video every freaking second. Now, I haven't watched the videos because I feel like it's a waste of my time. I got my mother to take care of. I got, we all got family members. We got life to live. You know what I'm saying? I got my equine babies. I don't have time for that crap. I don't care. I literally am too old. I don't care. I don't care. And it's important to not put a lot of energy on it. But I find it's really sad. I'd really love to just have a behind the scenes on the phone conversation. Bro, what's up? Weren't you mad at me? You know what I mean? It's more that we used to be friends rather than him pausing what I say. That doesn't matter. It's just more that people on the internet. I was going to do a video about when you just open your feeds, everything is negative. And everything. And I'm like, there's no solutions, right? The world's falling apart. But what's the solution? The gossip and the feeding on things, and the best way to get your name out there is to start a fight with somebody online. I was just can't we do it another way? I'm so tired. This information could save lives. Some people sincerely want to get healthy, but don't know who to believe. I know. But to be honest, you jacks, it's not that hard to figure out what is logical. When I explain to people why they shouldn't fast, I'm like, first of all, we're not hunter-gatherers. Second of all, a hunter-gatherer would not selectively not eat. Okay? They would not be like, no, it's okay, I want to get lean and shredded. They wouldn't do that. They'd be like, oh, la, 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 la. Okay? So when people use these weird comparisons, I'm like, what are you talking about? Number two, we don't have the gut wall as a hunter-gatherer. We have holes in them. We've broken up the microvilli, right? We have a dysbiotic gut. Our bacteria in our large intestine is destroyed. Our livers are functioning low. People have liver lesions and they have low GFRs and their gallbladder's all jacked up. And then we're going to go and fast and then collect more cholesterol in the gallbladder and just junk it up even more. We don't have their bodies. And we don't ever rest. We're lit. Lit, lit, lit. We don't connect to the circadian rhythm. So is that logical? Right? Is that logical? Food is energy. It's not entertainment. Food is energy and it provides you nutrition. That's it, my people. So when you don't eat it, what is happening from mouth to booty? I didn't say jabooty. I said ya booty. What is happening from there to there? What is the process? And once you understand the process, see, once you break down everything, you're like, oh my goodness, it's not good to fast. I am super down the cortisol pathway. Oh my goodness, my blood sugar skyrocketing because I'm coming in with hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia prior to fasting. So it's very easy to figure out when somebody's full of shite, right? It's very easy. Look at your symptomology. If you're eating meat, where are you getting your potassium? From the meat? Sure. Is it enough? Feel a little muscle crampy sometimes? That's not okay. Feel a little dehydrated? Get a little constipation on carnivore? Why would somebody be constipated? Oh, because they came up with this absolute lie, garbage, the most unintelligent, ridiculous thing I ever heard, that if you're not crapping, it's because you're using all the protein from 2 pounds. What the frack? No, you're dehydrated, right? Because when you eat carbs, your cells hold on to water. You dump water via the kidneys. And when you're doing carnivore and you're not minding your electrolytes with all that protein, that stuff dries up in your booty and can't come out. Then you're allowing toxins, because the body tries to pull water from everywhere, including your colon, back into your bloodstream. And you getting toxic. Is that not logical? Yes, it is. I'm being a brat right now. Haitian children, African children don't have the opportunity to eat like us in North America. In North America, they have to fast or starve. Yeah. They're not fasting. They just don't have food. It's called famine. Okay, here I hear you, keto is better than carnivore for health. Can you highlight what you say is good? Carry others than avocado. Huh? Carrie? Who's Carrie? You say is good, carry other than avocados. Huh? Sorry, Elsie. Potassium citrate. You're going to try to get your potassium from foods. Meat broth if you don't have a reaction to it. Seafood. Mollusks. Type of was supposed to say keto. Oh. Sorry. Hey, Stephanie. Great to catch you live. Thank you, Quita. Nice to see you too. I saw you earlier. I was just going off on a Stephanie rant. Carnivore is unhealthy over time. Yes. Strict carnivore is going to fuck you up over time. Especially there's no guidelines like just eat, just prime, eat a bunch of meat. Oh no, eat a bunch of fat. Now fast. Stupidest garbage I've ever heard. I mean, we're lied to enough about the world. Do we have to do it in our own little communities? I hate that word. Where we're supposed to be like helping each other and lifting each other up. And then you're hearing this absolute garbage. And like people that were, you're so cocky. If I were cocky, I'd steal your money. That's cocky. I got so many symptoms from keto, done it wrong, fasting, carnivore. And carnivore diet, dehydration, kidney pain, hypoglycemia. This is all the stuff I talk about. See? That's why nutrient density is just saying what I tried to say. I got so many symptoms from keto done wrong, fasting and carnivore, dehydration, kidney pain, hypoglycemia, hyperglycemia, crepey skin, euphoria, gallbladder issues, and weight gain. Everything I talk about in every video on repeat over and over again, which is why I like to talk about other things sometimes, because it's always the same. So, I mean, I've got like 12 videos of doing people just to tell your story. What happened when you did this? Quite as one of the people that was on my Real People with Real Stories, saying how jacked up she got from fasting. There's no diet better than carnivore. There's just human life and making wise choices. It's a lifestyle you have to change, not just the diet. Some people get like a histamine reaction to broth, bloated, itchy, gassy, diarrhea because of the protein in the meat sometimes gets old and you get bacteria growing on it, and some people are fine. Yes, fasting on carnivore messed me up. That's what she said. Carnivore and fasting messed her up, and she did a Real People, Real Talks and had a really great story. She actually did 2 videos. And so, like, if you don't believe me, believe the people who are following me. Those are real people. You know, I'm a friggin' considered to be a guru. I could be lying up the butt with y'all. But these real people are real people. What time is it? 4:30. Ooh, it's ride my horse time. We got to connect to the earth, my people. We got to breathe, walk, talk. We got to get some confidence. Stop being afraid. Stop listening to all these voices out there. Even mine, I don't even care. If you don't listen to me, it's fine. It's good. Take what you need or don't take anything. But start using your own reasoning. Great info, Stephanie. Quite, I loved it. Thank you, Shala. It's really hard to know what is the right way. No, it isn't. Thank God you're the only person on this chat saying this. I just explained how it's right when it's the right way because it sounds right. Right? It sounds logical. And then when you do your own research, bingo. Blink. Oh, and histamine reactions after 1 month on carnivore. Do you guys hear that? Nutrients, people on the replay. So if I get any of these people who are in complete denial saying, oh, I did carnivore and I did fasting and I lost 80 pounds and I'm amazing now. Stop. Thank you, Nutrients NC said you saved my life. Thank you so much. You guys saved me from not losing it. What do I eat in a day? I eat all kind of stuff in a day. Child, it would take you a year for me to explain. I'll be having some salmon, or I'll be having some lamb. I'll be having some liver. Look that. Oh, delicioso. I'll be having some liver or some salmon or some beef. I just ordered quarter cow, bought a bunch of pork. I have some pork on the countertop right now trying to unthaw that I got from my butcher, where you can go and pick out the pig. I ain't buying no supermarket meat no more. They putting stuff in that meat. No, thank you. I don't want no M&Ms in my meat, and I'm not even talking about M&Ms. I just found out that they have histamine reaction. I have a histamine reaction to butter. What can I use now? Lard, tallow, lamb fat, ghee. Butter was was easy to carry and eat. You can take lard from pork belly, bacon. You can salt it, pre-salt it. It's really actually quite tasty. If I could do butter, that would be the first thing I would do. Thunder! 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 He stopped. Come say hello before we go. Hold on a second. Thunder! He literally stopped in a dead stop. Thunder! He's listening for deer. That's one of my donkeys. Thunder! If he wasn't paying attention, Thunder! He's going to come around the corner. Thunder, come here. Thunder! Sorry. I'm trying to open up the window. Thunder, come here. Come here, boo-boo. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come. Thunder. Thunder. Anyway, you guys, as I end this live stream, donkeys are so funny. They really look, they watch you all the time. Hey, Juno. Hi, Juno. This is why I have 4 animals. See, these 2 follow each other, and the other 2, I don't even know where the other 2 are. That's why 3 made no sense. 1 was always going to be alone if they were not in a group. Thunder. Thunder. Come here. That poor horse, for some reason, just his body, the bugs just demolish him. I have to put mostly natural bug killer all over him every day. See, he's bobbing his head because there's flies. They drive him nuts. He's coming around the corner. Where is he? Thunder, come here. In fact, I should go outside. Let me go outside, my people. Let's end this on a beautiful note because it's so pretty outside. It's so pretty. Hold on. Let me put on some... People here ain't ready for stuff in a sports bra. My neighbors would be like, oh my God, she's got a sports bra on. Take this thing off my phone. Oh. Let me put on some clothes. My lens is all freaking greasy from me touching my phone. To fix that too. Hold on, my people. All right, there, it's not so greasy. Donkeys make the funniest sounds. They're like, they always, I didn't know that. I thought it was just my female donkey, and then I got a second one. He does it too. Boo boo. Hi guys. Tired of being inside that camper. You eating that wet ass hay? You hungry, boo-boo? So Thunder, he had eye cancer. I'm gonna do a whole video on him. So that's why this eye's always gunked up. So he would have been dead if we didn't remove the cancer. His skin is very, very sensitive. This is Juno. If you guys go check out my lifestyle video. What have you been rubbing on? Look at him. He's rubbing his hair off because he has a bite here. But I have to cover Thunder every day. I have to, like, literally, you guys, I get a glove and I'm just sticking my hand up between his, putting my hand here to get the bug killer stuff all up under his body. And then I have to cover myself also with bug killer. If you're in the South and you put the bug killer, I put natural bug killer all over every morning, they'll leave you alone. You're fine. You won't find ticks on you. You won't find chiggers or anything like that. But yeah. So I sit there and watch him stomp all day during this season now. So horses do constantly to get the flies off. And then I start to anthropomorphize my horses and start acting like, oh, I would hate to be stomping like that, but that's just what they do. So this is Luca. He's my pony. Come here. You sleepy? Sleepy? He's my little pony. Hi, your little pony. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is Lulu. She was wild when I got her. She's very skittish. So if I reach my hand out too fast to her, she'll run off. Hey Lulu, you want some? Hey Lulu, good girl. Whereas Juno, I'll answer you guys' questions before I go. I'm just ending this live stream soon. Juno is very friendly. Junos! Oh, yeah. How did you know? That's my little donkey. Oh, it's so nice outside. So soon we're going to start the DIY of my house build. You guys will see a lot of the interior build I'm going to do on my own. I'm not going to just have a contractor do everything. That's how you save money on building your own house. Okay, let me see. Get these last questions and bounce. What natural bug killer do you use? It's like a mixture of like peppermint and citrus and a bunch of stuff, and I rub it all over me. Thank you, nutrient density. It's been 15 years since I slept well. All right. Bug spray to use. I use a bunch. Had a mare. I'll do a video on it. Had a mare that was infested with baby ticks. I sprayed her every day and diluted the Listerine and worked briefly. Oh, and I used diatomaceous earth. Yeah, once you do it, I had to get on it. You know, from the season from winter to summer, I missed it by like a week, and they got up. They just attacked Thunder. They were everywhere. But now there's I haven't found a tick on him since I got all this stuff on him every day. Like he's scratching right now. Lucas scratching. See that? That means I gotta go and get in his ear. Because they're probably getting in his ear. You got some ticks in there, my one eye? He's got one eye. Luca is a rescue, this little pony. He was a rescue, and he was crippled when I got him. I got him when he was just a little baby. And the man, it was this older Mexican dude. I was like, why does he have an eye missing? Why is his hip so overgrown? Why can't he walk properly? He's like, I don't have time. I have all these acres. I don't have time. I don't know what happened to his eye. And I was like, okay, I'll take him. So I took him. And I got myself some Junos. Hey, Juno. Hey, Juno. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Junos. Oh, my goodness. I love you. Oh, Juno. Look at him. Oh, my goodness. You're so cute. Oh, the Juno. Oh, Juno. Oh, big. Oh, Junos. Oh, he's a sweet boy. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Oh, Juno. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, you love it. This donkey was coddled as a little baby. I got him on Craigslist. So I got lucky with him. You see that? If you take him compared to Lulu, look at her run away. Hello, can you let me touch you? See that? I've had her over a year and she's still like that. Not Juno. Huh, Juno? You were coddled. Alright guys, now I'm just annoying everybody. I'm gonna my little pony finally he dropped his balls. Look at his little nutsack back there. I've been waiting for them balls to drop. I found a big tick on them. Is that tick gone? Yeah. It's gone. But it's really, to me, it's really fascinating to see the size of Luca and the size of Thunder. Like, when you look at them, Luca is truly the mini horse. What is it? Your eye is goopy, my son. You gotta clean that eye. See? Bugs are out, flies are out. And you have literally scratched the fur. I missed a spot, a bug killer under his jaw here. Okay, he must have scratched his butt. I don't want to scratch your butt. You spoiled horse. And I'm also feeling for any ticks. There's none. I don't feel any. No ticks. That's where they go. They go all up in here and in their ears. When you're living in California, I've never even seen a tick in California. Chiggers don't exist. This is the only thing that I hate about the South. And I use the word hate lightly. Huh. And Juno's. That's my little Juno, huh? That's my little... Oh. Do you avoid foods that have sodium nitrate, like the plague? That's processed meat, anyway. Maybe some diatomaceous earth. I have diatomaceous earth. I put it on them every day. I do a bunch of different things. I use a little bit of harsh chemicals because sometimes the insects are so gnarly, you just got to get rid of them. Especially him, because his skin is so sensitive. Hi there. My freaking is greasy. There we go. I'm probably gonna lose some service. Let me see here. Here are some of the natural things I use. That's one. Here's another one. Here's one that's not, where I'm trying to rub it around his ears, and it's like, works like a roll-on. Here. Am I not going to ride you today, Thunder? I really should. But maybe I won't ride you. What time is it? Let's see. It's almost 5. It's almost dinner time. Plants, are you growing plants? Yeah, not yet though. I just can't, I'm too busy. I can't mess with it. I barely have time for these damn horses. You know, like look at that thing. I gotta go clean that out. Like that thing gets nasty in 2 weeks. So right now, look, I gotta go and I gotta clean up the poop right there. See that poop? I gotta go dump that poop. See this pony? I gotta get this pony out of there. No, Luca. Luca, the one-eyed pony. No. Still young. I have to wait for a garden. I really need to go and do... Luca? You're like a child. Come on. Come on. Good boy. You choose... These two fight, too. There's two. You should see that little pony. He can be so aggressive. That's why ponies can be really, really aggressive. I've got to, I got to start, when I get this house build done, I'm going to do a barn dominium. And when that's done, then, when that is done, then I'm going to work on, getting some chickens and doing a garden. But not now. I can't even deal with it. Thunder. I've got deer on my property, so sometimes he sits and stares at the deer. Let's see if there's some deer. Is there deer back there? Huh? Look how big this horse is. Look at that. That's how big this horse is. See, horses have such big eyes. He can see stuff back there I can't see. Well, guys, I think this is it. A couple of you stuck around for the ending of this video. What a cute pony. Oh my god. He's super cute. He's a little brat, though. But he's good. He used to bite when he was like 5, 6 months old. He used to constantly would bite on everything. Like, I'm gonna show you an example. He would bite you. He'd bite your arm. He'd bite your hands. Here, but he won't do it anymore. See those ears pinned back? That means move. See, and when he pins his ears, she'll move. Come here. Come here, Luca. Come here. Yeah, he's very cute. His mane is all ripped. His mane used to be longer, but he play fights so much with the donkey. You see, he's got wounds here because they bite each other on the neck. Donkeys have very sharp teeth. But he's literally a miniature horse. He's like perfectly proportionate. Some of their dwarf horses, they're all stocky. He's really got it good. He's a leopard Appaloosa. I want a big one. See that? You see those ears back? That's move. Huh? And then Juno. Juno will just stand right next to me all the time. Juno. See the pony with his ears back? He's telling this one, you move. She's mine. There he goes. And he's the smallest one, but he controls the bigger animals, except for Thunder. This little shit controls her and the other donkey, who's bigger than him. Look at this eye. Look at that. Yeah, he's super cute. Like I try to get on him. All right, let's go for a ride. He's a really good pony. He doesn't freak out. Would you bite me? He doesn't like just run off. He'll let me put his back over let me kind of sit on him. And they're all waiting for me to feed them. They've got bites all over it. His fur here is that dark color because that little pony would just bite his neck and not let go. But see, donkey's teeth, they are much sharper than the pony's teeth. So donkeys are really good for those who are wanting to get land. Donkeys are great because they'll bray and they'll warn you for danger. They're much stronger than a horse. They have much stronger stomachs. They can eat more species of food. And Juno's confirmation is they just got that pot belly. Just the way they are, they kind of look pregnant. Lulu, who I hope is pregnant over there, she has a normal, it's a better looking confirmation. But Juno by far is the sweeter donkey. You sweet donkey. You sweet donkey. Donkeys are very, very skittish. Anyways, I better go. I've been almost talking 2 hours. People on the replay are going to be like, 2 hours? What is this biatch talking about? Do horses eat chickens? No. Gretchen. I saw a video of a horse eating a chicken. They will if they're starving. But they generally will not eat other animals unless they're starving to death. Then, dude, really? Then it's on. You gonna lift your tail and fart on me? Exactly. He loves to fart on me. I don't know why. You silly horse. Well, this is my husband. Oh my husband. Oh my goodness. See, horses don't like when you touch their head. Juno will let me touch his head all day. Hi, Juno. Oh my goodness. Hi, Juno. Ears back, happy ears. do that to Thunder. He's like, girl, feed me. Feed me. Give me that big head. And one thing you guys don't know is that horses are like big rabbits, squirrels. Everything scares them. The only time a horse is bad is when it's being abused. You know, horses don't kick people. So many people are afraid to stand behind a horse. They don't just kick you. They don't just go and kick you unless they really have been mistreated. And the thing about horses is that they're always mistreated. People treat horses like they're a bicycle. They're slaves. Horses are treated awful. You see the Amish horses. Those horses, oh my God. I'd be like, you better stop acting up, Thunder. I'll just make you an Amish horse. But Thunder's paint colored. He's a Native American coloring. The typical Native American horse. And also Luca is the Appaloosa, is also Native American. Huh. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Give Mom a kiss. Can you kiss Mommy? Kiss. I want a kiss. That's not a kiss. Stop looking out there. Come here. Thunder. Thunder. Give Mom a kiss. Kiss Mommy. Thank you. Yeah. He knows me so well. He knew I was going to grab his head. All right, guys. Enough of my 46 people here watching all this nonsense. I'm sorry. It just felt so good to get out of that damn camper. I was sitting there talking to you guys forever, and I was like, oh my God, I need to get out. It's so beautiful today. So I just want to encourage everybody to, you know, people who are like thinking about pulling the trigger to go buy land and get out of the cities, worth every freaking second of it. I would never change this life to go back to Hollywood and to go have brunch with the Kardashians. Dude, my space. Dude. Uh-oh, what's that pony doing? I swear that pony would get up in there if he could. Luca, come here. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Oh my goodness. Look at you. Uh-uh. Go on, Luca. Go on. Anything, time that something's bent like this, that I gotta go fix, it's because they've been rubbing their butts on it. And I gotta straighten it back out again. This is the reason why on my water pump for my well, I had to put this thing on it. Because the horses try to rub themselves on everything. That's why you see chicken wire in weird places on my power pole, because they're rubbing. That's why you see all this weird contraptions by my door, because they try to rub on everything. I put this here because I didn't want Thunder to like run into it and like chop his head off to the power pole. You hungry, boo? You gotta clean that eye out, son. No, stop putting your butt on me, Thunder. Those ears back? Those ears are fighting ears. What? Shoes? Alright guys, it's enough of this stuff. I better go do all my chores and then work on this challenge. So if you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. I'm going to open up my calendar for more consultation booking. Look at Thunder. Dude, I missed one little spot. He got a chigger bite right there. And now he's starting to turn his butt on me every second, asking me to scratch him. If you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. If you want to book a consultation, go to stephanieperson.com. If you want to join my course, that's $15 a month, where I go over all 3 diets, stephanieperson.com, and get ready for the challenge. Sign-ups are not ready yet, but I got to keep reminding you guys, so when I pull the trigger on it, y'all will know what's going down. And I think that's it. Oh my goodness. I should film another. A lot of you guys want to see more lifestyle stuff, so I should probably film another video. But I better go back to work. Thank you everyone for joining me on this journey. And I'm about to take care of the only kids I have for the moment. And I'm out. Peace. And I'm kind of glad because the world sucks today. Sort of. Bye guys. Hi Plum. Bye guys. Energy. Energy, energy, energy.